Good morning everybody, I hope you're all doing very well and welcome back to, of course, another YouTube video. Welcome back to the channel. Now today I am going to take you guys through a full day in the life of an online coach. So it's going to be something that's going to be very similar to just a normal day in the life, because as an online coach there is essentially no days off. And I know that you could say that it's not maybe the most productive thing on the planet, because realistically speaking a lot of people do like to kind of take a few days off now and essentially reset and refresh, and to be fair I can definitely see that. But I do have a day throughout the week where I don't actually have check-ins, but I will always respond to clients. I'll always have client replies to do, I'll always have training footage to go over, or potentially in-person check-ins. There's lots of things that do obviously come into play, and to be fair I think that's one thing that a lot of people misunderstand about the kind of online coaching side of things. Everybody wants to become an online coach, everybody wants to just think it's an easy route and it's an easy job and it's a high paid job and you can easily gain clients online because there's millions of people in the world and it's the easiest thing on the planet. You can essentially just jump on it and become very rich in a short space of time, and it's totally wrong. Like, it's totally misunderstood. Like, a lot of graft genuinely goes into it, a lot of work has to go into it, a lot of work especially from the very start, and a lot of work where you don't actually make that very much. And when I say that, like, I say your income, especially if you make the leap. So I always recommend that if you're going to make the leap from your normal day-to-day working job, potentially a 9 to 5, potentially you could be self-employed, you could be anything. I always recommend having yourself in a very good base position prior to making the jump. Depending if you're starting with clients or not. If you're starting with clients, then fine, fair enough, you're going to be essentially walking into a new income. However, if you're starting from scratch, I would always recommend having that base, because you're going to be working for an extended period of time making next to nothing for the full month. And trust me when I say this, like, I made the jump, and although I had clients prior to me making the jump to full-time online coaching, I did just make the jump and I done it, and it's paid off very well, it's worked off very well, and I'm very grateful for that. But I have had to graft, I've had to work. And if that's one thing that I couldn't recommend enough for you guys who are thinking about making the jump towards becoming an online coach, is be prepared to graft, especially if you want to become successful, especially if you want to own a successful business and actually be able to make money. So of course I'm not going to take you guys through lots of things like that. I do still want to provide as much value as possible towards my videos, and towards a video like this isn't going to be a video regarding entertainment. This is going to be a video regarding me being an online coach, taking you guys through my day in the life. I've actually got a client who is competing in 3 weeks time, who has travelled from London, who I'm going to be training with today. We're going to be doing an in-person check-in. We're going to be actually training some delts, going over posing. He's 3 weeks out, he's essentially ready, he is shredded. I'm going to try and get some footage, of course, from today's session, and of course from posing, going over a few things. Hopefully you guys can take something from that as well. But like I said to you, a little bit of value I'm going to try and provide to my videos as much as possible. But I have also just received an order. I've done all my check-ins for the day as well, 12 out of 12 check-ins. I don't like to do thousands of check-ins every single day, purely just down to the fact that in terms of productivity levels, I like to make sure that every client gets the exact same attention, which is 100%, that they need. So ideally speaking, I don't like to do so much work over a 1 day period. I like to make sure that I'm doing enough work to give everybody the exact same attention, and of course then give myself time towards my own training, but also be able to do obviously client replies, etc, etc, etc. So you guys, like I said, I've done all my check-ins for the day. I've literally just got replies to do, but obviously I have got the training session, in-person check-in to go later on today. But I have actually just received a delivery in the post from the good old HR Labs, so I'm just about to show you that. Got a couple of meals to go prior to training today. We're going to go in off of 3 meals, so I think that should be more than enough anyway. Obviously you guys know what my food's at now, and we are starting to creep it up gradually, get it nice and high, get the carbohydrates in. But apart from that guys, this is going to be a full day in the life. I hope you do enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, then please do not forget to drop the video a like for me, subscribe to the channel if you are new, turn on post notifications. My arm is absolutely killing me. Drop loads of comments down below and let's get on with this day. So guys, the big delivery in from HR Labs. We have essentially got, I say essentially, that's like so weird because there is actual essential amino acids in here, but this is a stock up on my intra workout itself, so only my intra workout. But you guys know that there's 3 supplements that are contained within this intra workout stack, and the first one being my main carbohydrate source, which is Carb Up. So we've got 2 big fat tubs of them in there. We then have my essential amino acid, which of course goes in with Level Up and Carb Up. So of course cherry bubblegum, 2 tubs of that in there as well, and then of course the brand new supplement that hasn't been out for too long, but if there's one supplement that I would definitely recommend you guys have in your stack in terms of intra workout, it's definitely Level Up V2. In terms of performance, like I have seen my performance skyrocket, but also in terms of my DOMs and my recovery, it has become so much better, and I'm definitely putting it down to this. So it's definitely something that I have kept in my intra stack since it came out, and it's definitely something that I will keep in my intra stack as I go on, especially throughout the off-season phase. Now I've just about got my supplements ready for pre-workout, so Rhydon will be going in. We have got 6 capsules right here, and in this little shaker right here we've got a funny green looking formula in here, what you could say anyway. That right there is from Unrivaled Nutrition, which is Train Smart. So this is their brand new focus based product, which again can be used either as a pre-workout supplement or can be used towards any sort of intense activity. That being, could be a long drive, could be work, could be absolutely anything, but I'm using it for pre-workout today. Pre-delts, so we've got that in there. My Rhydon is right there, and over here, in here we have got my pre-prepared intra workout. Shut that, shut that. So in here, like I just said to you guys, we have got Carb Up, we have got Level Up V2, and we have got No Code V2, all in my favourite flavours. And again guys, HR Labs, Kevy15, you know the score. Anybody that does use my code is very much appreciated. But apart from that guys, without further ado, we are going to get ready for the gym, and then it'll be time to train some delts. Yet. Don't fucking die yet. Go again. Here we go. Up high, up high, up high. Come on now. Come on now. Go. Good. Again, again, again. Big deep breath. Brace fucking hard. Brace hard. Drive it hard. Drive, 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 drive. Yes. Eurocentric, Eurocentric, Eurocentric. Perfect. Chest up, and then our arms down slightly. Yeah, perfect. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Good man, quarter turn. Chest up high. Lean back more, lean back more, lean back more. And wide, wide as fuck. There we go, so much better. Biceps just slightly towards me and forward. There, far better. Send into them legs as much as possible. There we go. Take your toes at the ground a lot more than that. Like right up on your tip toes. Yeah, there, far better, far better. Now sit into your legs. There. Rapid recovery as always, guys. 50 grams fast acting carbohydrates, 25 grams fast acting proteins. I would show you it, but it's back in the cupboard, so I'm just going to enjoy this. Give it 30-40 minutes. Post-workout meal. We're going to have a chicken and white potato, and that'll be me done for my post-workout. Very productive shoulder and arm session today. Again, like I told you guys, was going through the session with my client, and I was also taking him through posing ES 3 weeks out now. I believe cruising into the 2 week out marker, and he's ready. So we're in a very good position. We've had to push him a little bit harder than normal this year. However, we've got him into shape. He is more than ready, and I could not be happier with the look, could not be happier with posing. Small tweaks, but again, we're there now. So now it's just a case of cruising into the show and just making sure that his physique is as stress-free as possible, and it'll now be reducing all the fatigue that has been accumulated over the course of pushing him a little bit harder than normal. But that'll just come from reducing things like the output in terms of CV. Again, we'll be staying on top of posing, but not pushing training as hard as possible in terms of obviously the last week within the diet. So no 50-50 reps or anything like that, just because the accumulation of fatigue from them is not worth it. But post-workout shake, and then I'll get post-workout meal, and that'll be me done for right now anyway. Right guys, so just before I wrap this video up, I wanted to, like I say, include as much informative information and value towards the online coaching side of things as possible, because I know that there is a lot of people out there that want to become online coaches. I get a lot of questions now as I'm kind of further in my journey within obviously my online coaching side of things and my business side. I'm getting a lot more questions regarding the kind of industry in itself and how you can become an online coach, and what's the best things to do. Do you need qualifications? Do you need this? Do you need that? And there's so many questions out there, and there's so many things that a lot of people don't know what to do. But I think one of the biggest things is you do just need to be willing to graft, and you do need to be willing to put time in, because this is obviously very late at night now as I'm wrapping this video up, and I'm still going over things like obviously responses in terms of client replies, obviously training footage, going over technique in terms of people's forms, etc. There's a lot that does go into it. It's not just weekly check-ins, you respond to people once and that's literally it. Like, there is a lot of graft that does go in, and there's a lot more than what you think. And I think a lot of people just kind of think of online coaching as a couple of replies over the course of a day, and that's literally it, and you can all of a sudden get paid £200 a month, and that's absolutely not the way it is. A lot of time does go into it, and I think from the very beginning, and like I said earlier on in the video, you need to be willing to put a lot of time in at the start and not really expect anything back, to essentially get to that point and eventually reach a position where you are able to take a relatively comfortable income from something like online coaching. It's not as easy as just jumping in, and I think what a lot of people think it maybe is. Again, obviously a lot of time does have to go into it, and for me, especially for how long I've been doing it now, like, I've only recently been able to kind of get to a position where I'm more so, not exactly comfortable, but a lot more comfortable than where I've ever been. And it's definitely been down to graft, and even like gaining clients, setting goals of gaining clients, etc. Like, it's not the easiest thing on the planet, and you're not just going to be able to reach a position where you're all of a sudden working with 50 different people, 100 different people. Like, it's never just going to come straight to you. You need to be willing to graft, and you need to be willing to apply that time from the very get-go and go through loads of stages where clients are dropping off, going through loads of stages where you're gaining so many clients that it's becoming that overwhelming that you lose track of time completely. And like I've said to you, time's going to be one of the biggest ones. Just be willing to put time in. But like I've said, like, I'm on the second block of work for the day, and I'm still going through client replies in terms of making sure that everybody's all updated, making sure that people's form's correct, making sure that people's intensity is correct. Like, it's not just helping people lose body fat or gain muscle. You've got to take on board from a lifestyle perspective as well. A lot more things do happen in people's lives that you do also have to kind of be there as, not a kind of counsellor, but essentially you do need to be there to help them in all ways of life, and not just from a bodybuilding perspective or a fat loss, muscle building, maintenance, goal perspective. So just always taking that on board. But apart from that, guys, that is going to be all for today's video. I wanted to try and kind of keep it around the online coaching side of things and not just a full day of eating, a full day in the life, me going to the gym, etc. Of course, I went and trained, but I didn't go over all of my meals today. However, they were pretty much the exact same as normal. Took in a lot of carbohydrates, I took in a lot of good foods today, and of course that's what happens every single day. But apart from that, anything else you guys would like to see on this channel to help boost us and get us to that magic 10,000 subscriber marker, do not hesitate to drop a comment down below. Let me know what you want to see. But apart from that, don't forget to drop the video a like for me, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I will see you all in the next video.